Could China have deliberately arranged the seating at the state banquet to make Xi Jinping appear more dominant and, if so, what would motivate such a carefully planned display of superiority? Was Donald Trump left in an awkward position at the banquet because Xi's oversized sofa visually dominated the scene? And how did that staging shape viewers' impressions of the two leaders? Did Chinese hosts intentionally make Trump look smaller by positioning him next to Xi in a height trap? And why did netizens react so strongly to what looks like a deliberate visual slight? Why did Donald Trump initially reject a mysterious cushion offered to him? And could that brief moment of hesitation have contributed to him appearing visibly diminished beside a towering Xi? What explains the cushion mystery? Why was Trump's seat altered at the last minute before dinner? Who ordered the change? And what might that sudden swap tell us about protocol, symbolism, or a planned message? In settings as grand and meticulously staged as a state banquet, even the smallest awkward moment can suddenly dominate headlines and reshape public perception of the entire visit. Donald Trump received lavish, carefully orchestrated pageantry throughout his Beijing visit, but that polished image was jolted when a mysterious cushion disappeared from his chair in the middle of the dinner. The two leaders made a highly choreographed entrance, arriving side by side under the lights at China's glittering state banquet in Beijing, a moment designed to convey unity and ceremonial pomp. After a long day of high-stakes diplomatic negotiations and meetings, the two presidents finally sat down to dinner, a staged pause meant to cap a tense, consequential day. In a gesture captured on camera, Xi Jinping personally escorted Trump to his place at the round table, an act that visually reinforced hospitality and control in equal measure. As cameras rolled, a staff member moved in behind Trump to make a quick adjustment to his chair, an otherwise routine protocol action that suddenly drew intense scrutiny. At one point, Trump seemed to signal to a staffer to take away a plush cushion from his seat, a brief interaction that would later become the focal point of online debate. Within seconds of Trump sitting down, the cushion was discreetly whisked away by staff, leaving viewers to wonder whether that removal was planned or improvisational. For the remainder of the state banquet, Trump remained seated without the cushion, a detail small in itself but one that fed wider questions about optics and intention. Almost immediately, sharp differences in perceived height between the two men ignited a massive online debate, with viewers dissecting every frame for signs of staging or manipulation. Even though Trump is publicly listed at 6 feet 3 inches and Xi at around 5 feet 11 inches, the clip made Trump look noticeably smaller, a perplexing visual that deepened the controversy. This is not the first time a seating clip has gone viral. Once again, a short video has triggered intense debate about China's meticulous stage management and what image Beijing intended to project. Following the dinner incident, footage from the subsequent trade talks showed Xi seated on a noticeably higher sofa than Trump, a disparity that reinforced suspicions about deliberate visual messaging. Social media users were quick to point out that Trump looked shorter once the cushion was gone, with many suggesting the removal altered the photo ops balance in a way that favored Xi. Despite the optics controversy swirling online, Trump publicly praised Xi as a great leader during the high-stakes talks in Beijing, a conciliatory line that contrasted with the visual tensions. At the same meeting, Xi invoked the concept of the Thucydides trap, cautioning against the dangers of rising power rivalry as he and Trump sat down for consequential discussions in Beijing.
First of all, that was an honor like few have ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing, and they represent so much. And I know they represent so much to you. You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president and president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you, and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked it out very quickly. We're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth. And I just want to say on behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them, we asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. and they're here today to pay respects to you and to China, and they look forward to trade and doing business, and it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is maybe the biggest summit ever. They can never remember anything like it. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you very much.
Let me say a few words first. And then I'd like to invite you, Mr. President, to deliver your opening remarks. President Trump, I'm very pleased to meet you in Beijing. Welcome back to China after 9 years. The whole world is watching our meeting. Currently, transformation not seen in a century is accelerating across the globe, and the international situation is fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? Can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. They are the questions of our times that you and I need to answer as leaders of major countries. This year is the 250th anniversary of American independence. Congratulations to you and to the American people. I always believe that our two countries have more common interests than differences. Success in one is an opportunity for the other, and a stable bilateral relationship is good for the world. China and the United States both stand to gain from cooperation and lose from confrontation. We should be partners, not rivals. We should help each other succeed and prosper together and find the right way for major countries to get along well with each other in the new era. Mr. President, I look forward to our discussions on major issues important to our two countries and the world, and working together with you to set the course for and steer the giant ship of China-U.S. relations so as to make 2026 a historic landmark year that opens up a new chapter in China-U.S. relations. I will pause here and hand over to you, Mr. President. Thank you.